Divorced after 16 years of marriage and single at 39, I share my mistakes and experiences to help your marriage, improve your dating life, and prepare you for life after divorce. Hey everybody, welcome to the Rudy podcast. And if you're listening to this episode, you probably are going through a breakup right now. And again, my heart goes out to you. I know exactly what you're going through and the pain that you're feeling. I've been through quite a bit of heartbreaks in my life, breakups, and including a divorce. So again, what I'm going to go over today are 5 tips on how to navigate through this breakup. And before I get to the tips, I want to make this clear. None of these tips are going to work unless you enforce them. Believe it or not, when you are going through the lowest moment of your life, like a breakup or divorce, whatever the case is, we are most of the time our worst enemy. We make things worse for ourselves. I'm going to go over that in a bit. But you, the person who's listening to this, are the gatekeeper on how fast you want to heal from this event. It can be a few months, it could be a few weeks, or if you lack discipline, it's going to take a few years. I mean that. I've known people who have taken 5 years to get over somebody, and that's completely unhealthy, okay? And I don't want that for you. I want to give you the tips that work for me and for thousands of my clients that I've helped since 2020, okay? So here are 5 tips that are going to help you get through a breakup. Number 1, accept the finality. Acknowledge that the relationship is ended. Avoid clinging to the what ifs or hopes of reconciliation unless both parties are committed to working on things. Closure often begins with acceptance. It's over. The time that you had with this person is over with. You have to accept that. Living in the past, thinking about the what ifs and could haves with this individual is stunting your growth for moving forward. You have to start learning how to live in the now, the present, and focus on the future that's ahead of you. And I want you to understand this, as difficult as it may sound, I want you to understand that you can't be living in the past, thinking about all the what ifs and could haves with this individual. You have to focus on the now, what's going on around you and the plans that you have ahead of you. Living in the past is going to stunt your growth and it's going to keep you in this depressive state for, it could be years, and you don't want to be that person. Acceptance is the first step to move forward. Step number 2, avoid compulsive contact. You know what that means. Don't text them. Don't call them. Don't create any phantom profiles on social media and begin stalking their stories and all their personal accounts. You're only hurting yourself. Creating distance is going to help you start focusing on yourself and healing rather than looking at these profiles and reopening wounds and starting back from square one. That's not what you want to do. Don't delay the healing process. Focus on the healing. And look, guys, I'm not going to pretend that I'm holier than thou and all that. I've done that too. I've made that mistake. I've created phantom profiles and checked on exes. But ask yourself, how does it going to make you feel when you see them happier with somebody else? It's only going to hurt you. So why are you going to look at something when you know deep down it's going to hurt? You see what I'm saying? Don't be doing things that are going to hurt you in the healing process. Move on from it. Any photos that you have on your phone that you're looking at, any memories that pop up, delete them. If they're putting you in pain and putting you in a depressive state, you have to get rid of them. Delete them now. Sever the connection from the past and focus on the now and the future. Tip number 3, surround yourself with supportive people. Lean on friends and family and support groups that are going to help you through the healing process. Surrounding yourselves with these individuals is going to remind you of your self-worth and remove any feelings that you have of emptiness or loneliness. For whatever reason, us men, including myself, whenever we go through a heartache or pain, we tend not to answer our phone anymore. We don't respond to texts with friends or family reaching out to us. Stop making it harder on yourself. If you have loved ones and friends who sincerely care about you, quit pushing them away. Whether you know it or not, you are an incredibly lucky man and you're blessed. And there's a lot of us out there who wish we had that. So answer the damn phone and get out of the house. And I know many of you may feel like you deserve the punishment because maybe you're the one who screwed up and ended the relationship. No, you have to remind yourself that, come on, guys, you're human. We all make mistakes. All you can do from these mistakes is not punish yourself over them, but learn from them. Learn from it so you'll never make it again and put yourself in the situation. That's how you handle mistakes. You don't dwell on them. Tip number 4, focus on personal growth. This is not the time to destroy yourself. This is the time to evolve. Use this time as an opportunity for self-reflection and growth. Identify what you've learned in this relationship, set new goals, and use this as a springboard to creating a new and better you. Never give your ex the satisfaction of destroying you. This is when your character, we hear that all the time with movies and, you know, he's a person of character. This is where your character starts to kick in. You're going to use this pain as a springboard to evolve and become a better person. That's what you're going to do. You're not going to dwell in the pain. You're not going to start hating women or men. You're not going to start blaming everybody else and playing the victim. That's what cowards do. Men of character take accountability for their choices and decisions and learn from them and grow. And if you're listening to this, I don't mean to be stern or mean, but again, you'd be surprised the number of years people waste with choices like this. When something goes bad in life, they use that as an excuse to just give up. As a 47-year-old man, I'm telling you, Never give up. You're stronger than what you think. You're selling yourself short. Don't do that. You can handle this. And tip number 5, you have to be patient with the healing process. Breakups are going to take time to heal. Like I said, there's no equation, there's no algorithm, there's no years divided by months bullshit. It's just going to take some time. Some days are going to be harder than others, and then you're going to have great days. Celebrate those victories. Even the small victories, like going a whole day without even thinking about her. And remind yourself with time, it'll get easier. And here's a bonus tip. Do a vlog. And I don't mean posting this on social media or sending your ex these videos. This is what helped me through my divorce. When all my friends abandoned me and I had nobody to call or hang out with, I got my phone. Every morning, I would get up and I would record a video about how I felt that day. Believe it or not, just talking about your feelings, about what's going on that day, what's going on in your mind, the dreams you're having, the struggles you're having, just talking to yourself on a video. It makes you feel 100% better. Trust me, I know. If you're the type who likes to write, get a journal and write out your thoughts on a journal. But again, this is only for you. This is not for anybody else. And I mean this, do not post this on social media. You can't ignore the pain. You can't bury your feelings. You can't bury it with alcohol, drugs, or whatever the case is. It's going to keep you from moving forward. Deal with it like a man, face the pain, and heal from it. And again, I promise you, if you stay focused with this, you listen to these tips, and you take care of yourself, and you learn from this. You look in the mirror and take accountability for any mistakes you had. If you use this as a springboard to become a stronger, better person, I assure you, you're going to be fine. And you will find happiness again, because I am living proof of it. But the choice is yours. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please, wherever platform you're listening or watching this on, whether it be YouTube, Apple, or Spotify, please follow, like, and if you're listening on a podcast, please give me a 5-star rating. If it's not 5-star worthy, please tell me why. I take all criticisms in a constructive way. I would like to learn how to make this show a 5-star worthy show. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe. Leave some comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. And again, like every episode, I am available for coaching. If you'd like a one-on-one coaching session or talk to me, just click on my Stand Store link here, pick a date and time, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you and coach you up. Thank you for listening to the Rudy Podcast. Take care of yourself out there, and I'll see you next time.